day 14, we're going to pick up with Dr. Joe Dispenza, and his talk is speaking about the brain's role in breaking habits and starting new ones. So, and if you were to close your eyes and begin to think about how you're going to act, the mere act of mentally rehearsing who you're going to be begins to install the neurological circuits in your brain to look like the experience has already occurred. What that means is that the brain is primed in its circuitry to no longer be living in the past, but now living in the future. And what if you said, how would greatness live today? Or what would be the greatest expression of myself? Or can I teach my body emotionally what the future could feel like now? And if you were able to cultivate the emotional state ahead of the actual experience, the emotion then that you're creating of wealth or of leadership or of patience or of the new relationship and love now means that your body, as the unconscious mind, does not know the difference between an actual experience in your life that creates an emotion and an emotion that you can create by thought alone. To the body, it's exactly the same. Your body then is all of a sudden emotionally living in the future instead of living in the past. So here's the question. Can you believe in a future that you can't see or experience with your senses yet, but you've thought about enough times in your mind that your brain is literally changed to look like the experience has already occurred? The latest research in neuroscience says that you can change your brain just by thinking differently. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the key to habit change, is in the brain. So that's why we're rehearsing this over and over again in our mind, this new experience, this imagination, this visualization. Okay, back to Dr. Joe Dispenza. So, and can you begin to select the new possibility that already exists in the quantum field and begin to emotionally embrace that future reality to such a degree that your body, as the unconscious mind, begins to believe that it's living in the future reality in the present moment? And you're signaling new genes and new ways so that your body begins to change to look like the experience has already occurred. So reason this, if your brain and body are physically changed, there's physical evidence to look like the experience has already occurred. This is the moment to relax because the experience is going to find you. And it's going to come in a way that you least expect, that surprises you and leaves no doubt that what you did inside of you produced some effect outside of you. When you can correlate the changes you made inside of you with the effect that you produced outside of you, you'll pay attention to what you did and you'll do it again. This is called human empowerment. There isn't a person on the planet that's so special to be excluded from this equation. We want to feel like we have some control in our environment, in our lives, and this is where it plays a role. So the process of change then requires unlearning and relearning. It requires breaking the habit of the old self and reinventing a new self. But we say in neuroscience, pruning synaptic connections and sprouting new connections, unmemorizing emotions that are stored in the body, and then reconditioning the body to a new mind and to a new emotion. In other words, move out of the past and into the future to deprogram and to reprogram, to lose your mind and create a new one. And I'm going to leave it at that. And once again, do your meditations morning and evening, visualizing, seeing yourself in a situation where you would do the right thing or behaving in a way that you ultimately want to. This doesn't have to be diet and exercise related, but as you know, that's my focus. But anyway, take this and maybe listen to it again if you didn't get it all at once, and stay tuned for day 14. Or day 15.